gonna have to start getting spit buckets for spray this beer all over the place from cracking
Spittoons.
up. So.
Did everybody bring their spittoon?
Oh, hey, this is SideQuest.
Hey,
number 2.
Hey.
Oh, are we recording?
Dun, 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 dun.
Rolling.
Speaking of firm biscuits.
Yeah.
My biscuit is so firm. It's so firm right now.
You shouldn't have let it out overnight.
I you know what? We're doing this one before practice since we were so sloshy on the last one that was after practice.
Yeah, that one was.
I'm not promising that the quality will be any better.
No. I'm thinking we're just going to be getting sloshy. So
Yeah. Okay.
So here's to a good practice.
yeah.
Yeehaw, brother.
Look. It'll sound better.
It'll sound great.
I might be intelligible.
I'll drink to that.
Ooh.
All right.
So what's up, guys?
Well, I was wondering. We usually will talk and stuff and talk about what's going on in our lives or what weird shit we saw on TV or what movie we watched or whatever. But I'm just wondering, what is on your mind? What's been rolling around in your brain lately?
Listen,
What's occupying your thoughts, Darryl?
This is gonna get dark.
My therapist is not here right now, so
You can opt out. You can plead the fifth. It's all right.
For legal reasons, I must not.
yeah, same.
well, you do want people to listen to this, right? And so we want to keep it interesting.
Okay.
So, Quentin, what's going on, bud?
I mean, what's really been rolling around in my head right now, it also ties into my personal life. I did actually get my promotion.
Yay, congratulations.
So I will be coming back to the land of the living and working a day job for the first time in 3 years.
Grab a shovel and get to digging.
Yeah. That's a movie reference. Movie reference. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Top Gun.
Now pick up a shovel and get digging.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Fucker.
Anybody?
Steel Magnolias.
No.
Close.
Driving Miss Daisy.
There was a graveyard in Steel Magnolias too.
I don't know if I ever watched that movie. It's just what came to mind.
Really? Watch it. It's good.
Yeah. All right.
It is.
Thelma and Louise. Schindler's Fist.
All right, there we go.
Exclusively on the web.
The dark web.
Pornhub exclusive.
But it's Army of Darkness, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Claudio.
Yes.
Verata.
I guess what I've been rolling around in my head right now is one, adapting to a normal people's sleep schedule,
Right.
and how I can practice my bass playing more throughout the week than what I currently do, which is, let's just call a spade a spade. No, I don't.
I'm not judging because I'm kind of in the same boat right now. It's hard to, one, I don't have a drum set at home.
Right.
And things have been so crazy I haven't been able to get over here to practice a lot during the week, which sucks. Yeah.
But I got a day job. I'm gonna be in charge of more people than I've ever been in charge of. Actually,
make out with your dog.
I'm overseeing
Broccoli cheese soup.
I'm overseeing the most people in the entire store. So big dick's back in town, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's got the power.
Big slick dick.
I've also really been challenging myself.
Member. It am a big black rhythm stick.
I've really been challenging myself in terms of like songwriting, because I also very much really want to have a role in writing this next album.
Shit, you better catch up.
I know. But, I don't have the same skill set that all of you guys do, so I have to get creative with how I do it.
Don't sell yourself short, son.
Which we'll get into it.
You just
whenever we're practicing.
Dive in there and make it happen.
I've got a couple things that I want to bring to the table, but that's honestly the only thing rolling through my mind right now during all of these changes is how can I improve my music ability. So.
That's awesome.
Changes.
I thought you were doing
Changes.
All right.
Damn it. Chia.
I want the Bob
ADHD.
Ross Chia Pet. I want it so bad.
yes.
Happy little fro.
I have never seen those like actually grow like they're supposed to. I always see that they just look like shit. Like,
Really?
has anybody seen like a quality Chia Pet
No,
other
I
than
really
on their
haven't.
their significant others? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. Mine grew pretty good.
Yeah.
you had a Chia Pet?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the other.
Oh,
Manscaping.
Hey, speaking of manscaping, y'all check out my nose hair pulling.
Yeah.
took it like a champ. Jesus.
Dude, let me tell you what. A horrible thing about growing older is the excess hair where you don't want excess hair.
Agree.
Yeah.
100%.
So, I've had trimmers and, they tickle like a son of a bitch. I've plucked and that hurts like a son of a bitch. Let me tell you, when you do them all at once, it doesn't hurt near as bad as doing one at a time.
Wow.
I will take that any day of the week.
Right
I'll
on.
do it again, no problem. And I have a nice big pack of them. There's a lot of times, man, driving down the road and it's like, oh, shit. You try and get it with your fingers, man. It sucks.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really bad.
Speaking of
I've run into that the past couple of years too. It's bad.
Yeah.
speaking of the unwanted hair, my friend Linda
Bush.
She was always kind enough to always kind enough to point out the excess hair growing off my ears.
Yeah.
And would just laugh. I think it's so funny. Yeah,
That's something that was
funny.
just seriously probably like 3 weeks ago. I had a hair like growing out of my ear. I was like, that had never happened before. I'm like, what the fuck is
fuck?
this?
Only thing I got.
That sucks.
Only thing I got right now is like on my fucking shoulders, which isn't super like uncommon or unwanted, but
Big Russian bear.
like bear. Every time I go in, I get like my hair trimmed, like all the split ends cut and shit.
You have the barber take a little off the shoulders. Yeah, that's a little off the shoulders, Mac.
Joe,
Pull down your
she's my
shirt.
best friend, so she's always like, "Oh, found a couple more gray hairs." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I just felt 4 more come in." Like, thanks to that. So, I'm definitely very much gonna look like Dad in the next 20 years. So,
There's
But-
worse things in life.
oh yeah, I mean,
Not many.
gray hairs don't bother me. I always just like take it out on my freight associates. I'm like, "You see this shit? See this? That's you."
Oh, thank you, sir.
I got 1 strand for each of you motherfuckers.
Matt
Hey,
just handed me a beer. He's encouraging me to drink irresponsibly.
Gracias.
Well, it sounded like you had such a fun night working on the door last night.
Oh yeah, I was venting a little bit. Don't tell my wife that I was venting a little bit.
Well,
Good thing she doesn't listen
Had
to
some,
this.
Yeah,
had some
no,
honeydews that just it was one of those situations where nothing was easy. Everything went wrong. It took way longer than it should have. And
So-
it
so
was
The
frustrating.
things we do for love.
welcome to
so-
home ownership.
Everybody,
for love.
But you already were, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
everybody that when we promote this episode of SideQuest, make sure and put that we interviewed world-renowned author or a homesteader or,
yeah.
and then he'll get busted.
Yeah. Back on what Quentin was talking about, wanting to work on the stuff on the new album. I got to say, for one, I'm really enjoying working on this, and I think folks that dig us are going to be pleasantly pleased.
You've been
Oh,
putting in
yeah.
that work, D.
Dude.
Well.
Yeah. I'm.
It's like every day I get a message. I'm like, oh shit, I better watch that, and then I just
Wait,
get caught up doing other shit.
you see him?
I see them now. Further than that, I can neither confirm nor deny. Yeah, I listen to all of them, man. Shit.
Well, all this extra work that D is putting in just makes me realize that shit, I'm gonna have to play the other stuff that I wrote.
Which is good stuff.
Fucking finally.
Very good stuff.
It's like, damn it.
I feel like we should be using this. I don't know. I don't want to pump too much yet because we got a little ways out before. But man, I'm really excited to show this stuff off.
I'm fucking
Well, I
pumped.
think this will be cool. For posterity's sake, for whatever that's worth. I mean, people can go back and listen to at the time were writing this stuff or what our thought process was and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's
Well,
there's
you
some
know,
use in that. I think
juggling
it's cool.
juggling work and juggling family, and then juggling
Babies
the
and
project and things.
Tortoises.
It definitely can be
Chainsaws.
trying. Yeah, chainsaws.
A chainsaw.
Rolling pins.
Motherfucking chainsaw.
Well, man,
Skin your ass raw.
Firm Biscuits is
in the house.
It's in the house.
That is the only album I've ever listened to.
Oh, dude, I ain't gonna lie.
First two, man.
I was on it. I loved the first one. I loved it.
I want to come back to what we were talking about, but my Limp Bizkit story. All right. Before they were even a thing, I was at a festival in Tulsa, outdoor festival, and they were like one of the opening acts. No one had ever heard of these guys ever. And first thing fucking know is, dude with a red baseball cap comes out and says, "Let me tell you something. I'm not a fucking rock star. I eat rock stars for fucking breakfast." It totally became like the quintessential rock star. But we were fucking so into it at that point where it was like, oh my God. And fucking Wes Borland was dressed like he had a Freddy Krueger sweater on and had a mask on. And
That's the bass player, right?
No,
that's the guitar
guitarist.
player.
Oh.
And it was such a fresh sound at that time. Where
Yeah.
it was one of the I think the only other time I heard someone play a 7-string guitar was Korn at that point. And I was like, oh, holy shit. And we went around looking everywhere around here for the album. And it was Limp Bizkit, and everyone just fucking laughed in my face.
Doesn't the bass player change his outfit every show or something?
No, that's the guitar player.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I do the
for so
opposite.
long.
I wear the same clothes every day.
You do?
And that's why
I
you
haven't
smell so
changed.
good.
Daryl wears the same pair of flip flops to every gig.
Not anymore.
Goddamn right, not anymore.
Won't live it down.
I threatened to stomp his toes the last time.
Fucking flip flops. Beach is down the road, bitch.
You can flip flop off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I would take. You want to go barefoot? Go barefoot.
Let me see that
Not some fucking flip flops.
I call them thongs forever. And then all of a sudden, thong had a different meaning. And I'm like, fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's the
because
same exact function,
If you would have
just in a different location.
if you would have told me that, it's like, oh, I'm just wearing my thongs.
Well,
I'm like,
I don't know.
you're
Technically,
what?
it's splitting a toe. Either way.
We had to have something that was going to potentially
I
cancel us. On
I was right now years old when I realized that. So,
You're welcome, people.
Well,
Socrates, is that you?
Socrates.
Socrates.
What?
all right. I'm going to get serious for a second, but I swear I'm going to roll this back around into working on the album and shit.
Keep rolling.
Yeah. What?
Ladies!
I've been thinking about a lot of things, but all the things I'm thinking about just makes me realize that, all right, my education is in music, my formal education is in music, and then to a further degree, communication. And I realize I'm not a very effective communicator a lot of times, even though I know how it should work. You know what I'm talking about? And I think that's what attracts me to music, maybe in the first place. And I've always really liked creative writing, although I don't do it much at all anymore. And I was always into role-playing games. I think it's about that, about telling stories and getting your point across. And maybe it's stronger for me to do that in a way of metaphor. But also I think that was we didn't have the idea to start this podcast necessarily because we thought we were going to make money at it or that we'd necessarily be good at it, or we thought it'd be fun. But I mean, really, it's kind of an exercise in that same thing of trying to communicate more effectively and thinking in real time. And in my case, goddamn, I say a lot of stupid shit when I'm trying to think on the fly and, thinking about complex things and not doing a very good job of it. And now it's out there for everyone to see. And,
Hashtag me too. Oh, wait.
Case in point.
Wait a second. I mean, me too, bro.
Yeah. So,
Hold it
so
back.
I constantly
Hold it back.
put my foot in my mouth. So I mean, long story short, see, I'm doing it now. I'm going on tangents. I'm not getting succinctly to the point, but concentrating on communication. and wanting to do a better job of it. And I've been thinking a lot about that. But tying it back to music, like I said, I think maybe I've always had an easier time of it through music because it's not like it's more metaphorical in a more metaphoric sense, or it's more like kind of coming at it obliquely, where you can have people kind of like intuit or grok or kind of like feel what you're going for.
You can convey so much more through sound,
right?
More
instead
than
of trying to
words.
like clearly articulate a fully formed idea.
And you can take the long way around without feeling dumb about it.
Yeah.
You know?
And in terms of communicating, if someone asks like how you're fucking doing, and I've been listening to just I Don't Want to Be Me by Typo Negative on repeat. It's just like probably not doing too good,
But you've been working on this new position at job, so it's like, I hope I get it. I hope I get it.
Hey, speaking of hearing shit, you did you check out the new Gojira?
No, they had a new album.
They got a single out.
Oh, single.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I've actually been listening to a British pop band lately. That's what I've been listening to.
What is it? Who is it?
Pale Waves.
Pale Waves.
So it's
Right on.
a lot of gay anthems. I love it. So
Well, I better check it out.
right.
Sounds like it's right up my alley, if you know what I mean.
Schindler's Fist.
Well, I like a lot of chill wave shit. So I don't know if it's like that or whatever.
Their first album, I absolutely adore it. I love listening to it. It's got such a distinct, I don't want to say darker pop feel, because can you compare it to like MGMT or something, or what's it like? Yes, but no.
Okay.
The same
What are they-
type of vibes. I think the best way I can really describe a lot of my favorite types of their music from that first album is kind of like surfer pop.
What's it called? What's their name again?
Pale Waves.
Pale Waves. Okay.
Really, really, really dig them. And I actually, it's actually a funny story about this band. I had 2 opportunities to go and see them live. First time was with a girl I was talking to at the time that actually introduced me to the band, and they were in the States, because they're from fucking Europe. They were in the States touring for that album, and I bought tickets, all that stuff, and we were gonna go, and day of the concert rolls around, and it was gonna be me, her, and 2 other friends. Well, the friends fell through, and their tickets didn't come through or something. I don't know the whole details on that, but I was like, here, take my ticket. I was like, you don't really know me. Enjoy it with your friends. Blah 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 blah. So I opted out of getting to see them. The second time, my girlfriend at that time, for my 21st birthday, was going to surprise me with tickets to go see them in Chicago, which is where I spent my 21st birthday. I had my first legal drink in Chicago. I had my first ever drink in Chicago.
Chicago.
Me too. 21.
But some Ticketmaster fucked us, and the tickets never came through or something. And so I have been robbed of seeing them twice. So Pale Waves, I'm going to put this out in the universe. If you ever fucking hear this, I would love to go to a show.
Well, continuing with that kind of type of music, I think I've told you guys about them. Void Runner.
Yeah.
Have you checked them out? Very, very synthwave.
Cool.
They just put out a couple of songs at the end of the year. They're out
Called
of
Void Runner.
Void Runner.
Okay.
Yeah. They're out
Not
of,
like Void Walker.
No. Very different.
9. 9.
They're out of Arkansas, I think.
Oh,
But
Right on.
It's just like a.
Local boys then, or
Nobody we know. But
right. Oh fuck.
That was rude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bad, Matt. Bad.
Okay, next time
we
I'm
need
sitting
a
over
spray.
there and you're sitting over
We
here.
need a fucking spray bottle.
Why the fuck did you switch spots? What the?
Blame the fucking laptop, Chief.
I figured
I literally I walked over to my chair and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I figure we need to, after we're done with this, we need to play Quentin a few of the tracks because he probably hasn't listened to them.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've listened to them.
Yeah. What are they called?
There's one that's sorry. It's been a long day. Brain fart.
It's
man.
been a long day is not one of them. That's not the name of the track.
That's not it.
We're doing
That's
wrong.
You're wrong.
Wrong.
But now we're gonna name a song. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I would like to hear those tracks.
Cool.
Yes, I would like to listen to them again.
But yeah, it's been a mix of like British pop, and then I've been listening to a shit ton of Spite lately, which is just metalcore. So I know the guys in Ghost in the Atlantic were actually who introduced me to Spite. So shout out Ghost in the Atlantic.
Shut up.
Another band you guys should check out, Ghost Iris.
Hey, all you wild and crazy creatives. This is Matt with Off the Edge Podcast. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And did I mention it's free? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Ghost Iris.
I've heard of that. I don't think I've listened though.
I don't think I have to. Yeah,
Dig it.
I need to check these out.
Dig it. But the new Gojira, as those kids say, slaps.
It slaps.
It slaps.
It slaps.
Just felt it like cringe, just shoot up my back. Just
At least I made it cringe-worthy. Yeah. Actually, cringe-worthy would have... Shit, man, that new Gojira slaps, boy.
peace out, homie.
Get on it, son.
That
Literally, son.
you remember that one? Peace out, homie.
That's a movie reference. What is
no,
it? What is
it's not a movie reference.
That's a movie reference.
It's a real life reference.
Yeah, it's an inside joke between Dad and I that I can't really talk about because
Yeah, you'll have to refresh my memory because it's on the cusp.
because it's real life.
I
But
bet it's a movie reference though.
Ultimate.
I bet it's probably said in
No.
like every movie ever made.
Ultimate cringe.
After
no.
like 95.
yeah,
Damn it. It's right there.
I'll tell you about it. But
D, what have you been thinking about?
yeah,
Fuck. I don't like I said. I've been. We had Snowmageddon, but who really wants to talk about that shit anymore?
Snowmageddon, Frost Apocalypse.
Yeah, I got
Frostopocalypse.
I got a
There we go.
couple
Yeah,
fun stories about that too.
Frostopocalypse.
So
I got to work last Monday and we had no water at work, which was fucking hairy. When you got a bunch of folks that you're trying to help out and support.
Trying to hose down.
welcome to county.
Dude, told you not to fucking tell people about that shit. No.
Got to give them baths with your tongue.
You know that scene in Shawshank?
I'm just thinking of Pulp Fiction.
I'm thinking of Super Troopers. It's
Bring out
powdered
the
sugar.
gimp.
The lice, they hate sugar. Yeah, working, had the kids. They fucking
Grinding on that album.
kicked ass last weekend in Kansas City. Taekwondo tournament.
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
sass that.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
was
they
very-
kicked ass.
Very proud
daddy.
of them. Yeah.
Literal kicked ass.
Well, like my for whatever reason the kids in my son's division didn't want to spar, and I'm like, you fucking sissies. And so he had to spar the older kids. So he was very reluctant, did not want to do it, and I said, get in there, you're doing it. He got in there, he did it. He gave it a good effort. So he didn't win, but
Yeah, but
what can he do?
you got
Yeah.
street cred though.
I bet he overcame some
Maybe some
stuff. And
maybe so. It was a good life lesson, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure he
yeah.
learned something from it.
I hope so, or either that or he's fucking traumatized. I don't know. Daddy was faster. Well, you got to get faster, you little shit.
Well, the
I'm
good
kidding, just to clarify.
good thing about Taekwondo is it teaches you that you don't want to get hit in the face.
Yeah. Well, and luckily,
I didn't need Taekwondo to know not to get hit in the fucking face. Call me old-fashioned, but I just...
Luckily, none of that.
Getting hit in the face fucking hurts.
No, but it'll teach you that you know you don't. You won't come away from Fight Club going, oh, yeah, let's start a Fight Club. You're like, no, man, I had Taekwondo. Fuck that shit.
Every single day.
Did you drink my beer?
You didn't
drink my beer.
Every single day.
No,
Angel
I am drinking a beer.
I thought I had another beer.
Well, you did. But you're fucking slow.
I'm trying to be coherent for practice.
Yeah, I gotta.
And I get it. But, I know the songs already, so
I'll grab you one. I'll
be sloppy.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm really
Let me give you a topic.
I'm not even ready. I'm just a little bit butthurt. It was almost like
get the fuck out! Don't touch it!
He was
I'll
being
take a
all
goddamn arm.
He's being all nice, like, here you go, bud. And I'm like, oh wow, thanks, man. And then all of a sudden, it's fucking gone.
No, literally, when I saw him do that, I was like, better start chugging mine, fuck, because I'm next.
I wonder why you were looking at him. I just realized I got caught in the moment.
Look, it's like placing Easter eggs in films. I just scatter beer about so that it's always there when I need it.
I brought it out. It's you can think it's for you, but it's actually mine.
Another tradition. I don't know if I've talked about
Thanks,
it
Zach.
on the podcast at all, but Angel,
we ought to video these.
yeah. There's no video. I handed Darryl a beer, and Matt
is claiming it.
Is claiming it already.
Claimed.
What?
I got the dick out. I'm pissing on all the beer. I'm claiming it.
Show
marking my territory.
Guys. That's a show reference. What's a show?
Whoa. Way to be all fucking pretentious about it. God damn.
He's got to take it when he can get it.
Tell me how you really fucking feel. Shit.
It's just because I'm stumped every time.
Oh, it's a show reference.
Hey man, I'm
totally
with
missed
you.
it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we missed it.
No, claimed. Don't
worry about it. Forget it. What were you saying?
Can we be any more vague?
No, it was a thing. It was a thing.
Well, yeah.
And,
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, yeah.
So
yeah. It was his kills. Yeah.
Yes. Like fourth season, third season. It's been a long
it's
time.
like you loot something. Daryl's like claim, and then there was like a big dispute between the bikers. I remember the scene.
Yeah.
So, nice try, fucker.
I didn't think it was about kills. I thought it was like actual shit, like supplies.
No, it was like stuff. Yeah, they walk into a house.
Claimed.
Oh, fucking claimed. I don't care. I was.
I dipped out a long time ago.
It was about after that season that I did.
Stop it.
All right.
Anyway,
I want to circle back. We're kind of talking about working on the album and all that stuff. I just want to say, I do, like we were saying, this is really a step forward from the last album to this album in a big way. I think it's a pretty major way.
Oh, it's kicking my ass.
Well, hey man, you're not the only one. I'm trying to push my skill set too.
Oh yeah, we're definitely pushing ourselves on this, like all of us are, and I think it's really showing in every aspect. Like Matt is kind of the driving force behind this band. If you don't know that, if you're listening, but
speak for yourself. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you hear him complain about breakdowns,
But man, I have to say, like, on a musical level, I think it's a little more complex, a little more. Maybe complex is not the right word, but
they always
dynamic.
Say, I don't want to say grown up, but I mean matured,
yes,
so to speak.
Yes.
I don't know, and they always say that about bands that put out their second album.
Like everything about this, everything about what we're doing right now. I think that we're kind of like how we started this podcast and we talk shit, and it's kind of like putting ourselves out there and taking a risk with saying some stupid shit and just hoping that no one gets them.
Yeah, please forget what I said about 15 minutes ago.
Right. I think that musically we're doing that too, and I think Matt, you're putting things out there. I think that maybe you wouldn't have been comfortable with a while back. At least it feels that way to me. Is that right?
So well, I'll break it down for
especially lyrically, but I think musically as well.
Okay, so to those that don't know, Edge Over Edge has been around since like 1992. Okay. And when I started playing guitar. Somebody else was going to sing. That didn't work out. I started singing, but I couldn't do both at the same time. So the lineup has gone through tons of changes over the years with me always singing, but still being primary writer on most of the stuff. And this, along the way,
He was like, God damn it, I bred a bass player.
well,
What
yeah,
up?
yeah. I grew a bass player.
You can't beat them, breed them.
Right.
Hey, next time don't order it from Wish.com, would you?
Right.
Yeah, this one's fucking mouthy. Can we send him back?
He doesn't fit. But so at that point it was like, okay, we started jamming with the same drummer that I'd played with for years and years, and then nothing ever really happened. I started playing bass for another band and got more comfortable doing background vocals while playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when it came time for us to get together, we brought in some songs that I wrote, and I've always been all over the map as far as genres go.
And influences, yeah.
Yeah. But it was all really dependent on what I could play and sing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the last 5 years have made me better at doing both, and combine that with the fact that now we are incorporating tracks, so we can bring in synth, we can bring in effects, we can bring in stuff that all limitations are, aside from me singing and playing,
Mm-hmm.
are really kind of off.
Can I?
And so
you just are feeling a lot more freedom to explore things than maybe before.
Musically, I'm
Not
finally able to do all the things I've always wanted to do.
It's like you're musically going commando. You're ditching the tidy whities.
Yeah. Just let it flow.
All right.
Can I butt in about?
Yeah. I've kept cutting you off, and I apologize.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. Everybody's been cutting me off. But
So what I'm trying to know.
one of the things that I really took note to whenever we came out with our first album, in terms of magazines reviewing and all the stuff that we got.
Yeah.
One of the reviews that I really took to heart, that I have kept in mind, especially while we're doing the second one, was they said that the first album kind of was more of us trying different avenues to find our own sound.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel with this album that it is 100% our sound. Like, all of us are really pushing ourselves, motivating ourselves,
I agree with that.
and bringing our own spin to this album.
Yeah, and I agree with that critique of the first album, and
Yeah.
I think that was true.
Yeah, it was spot on. I was like, yeah, you got us, man. Shit.
Well,
and that
and
brings
that's what it boiled down to. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've been playing these songs because
We had them ready.
we had them ready, right?
Mhm.
Not because we wrote them all together at the
And
same
then
time.
and then we added 3.
yeah.
And you can, if you listen to the album, you can tell there are 3 that kind of stand out from all the others, even though the others don't all fit into the same box.
Right. But there's three
but
that
there's
are
three
pretty
that
jump
kinda-
out at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just that progression.
And I think we were talking about Darryl, how you've been working on parts on this new music, and I think that just furthers what we're saying in that regard. It's like you were taking kind of the skeleton of what Matt's kind of doing, and then you are adding
the
so
organs
much color to it and fleshing it out in such a great degree, and making, adding your feel and stuff to it,
and more so than he did the last time he
Yes,
played with us.
yes,
And last
yes.
time it was just kind of paint by numbers and
well, and
And D, I want
man,
you to know that,
Well, then I had my little hiatus, so then
and I want you to know that, like, all of the stuff that you're doing on the album, it's pushing me to also want to contribute and also want to have my own flair on it as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk
Because-
about your flair.
Ric Flair.
You don't have it.
You don't have enough. You don't have enough flair.
You don't have enough pieces of flair today.
That's
We're gonna
fine.
have
I'm
to
a
send you
bass
home.
player. I don't need flair.
That's movie reference. What's that?
What was it? Sorry.
Pieces
Keep
of
going.
flair.
I'm sorry. Boy, we're so cynical.
Anyway, but you sending all that stuff in,
Is that Office Space?
it
Yes.
it lights a fire under my ass
Damn, it
about
feels good to be a gangster.
it lights a fire under my ass about like contribute, like put your own spin on things, speak up, say how you want my part, and this, that, and the other.
This is the time in the process where we get to have our 2 cents. And
is the time.
Well, now
This is the place.
Now is the time
in
because
land of
we got big goals. We
Yeah.
got big goals we're trying to reach. So,
big goals, trying to fill small holes. You know what I'm saying? Up top.
Okay.
You guys ready to get to work?
yeah. Bottom line, I think everyone's doing a really good job on this shit, and I'm really excited to share it with people when we get it ready.
When we're ready.
It's not ready yet.
I would
we're ready.
but-
I would like to add what Zach was talking about doing the podcast, about making music in the band, doing video stuff. It kind of all jumps back to what Darryl's kind of working on right now. Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
This is I want all this,
To be our legacy.
well, I want this to be around. I want this to mean something when I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you get older, you start to realize, oh shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
Shit or get
like,
off the pot. Like,
Yeah.
I want
The sands of time.
my grandkids come up and be like, Grandpa, what's this? I'm like, that's fucking art, youngin. Like pop that in the fucking cassette. You know what I'm saying? Or
You never know. It might come back.
Hey,
This is a vintage.
one of our goals for this second album is vinyl.
Vinyl.
I need it on vinyl. I'll hang that shit up on the wall. I'll plaster my asshole on it, like all of it. Full spread, baby, full spread.
there's a Helmet song. I think it's on Betty. That it's like
Good album.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like
great album.
humble goals, bad nutrition.
Yeah.
You know,
That
I
is on
always
Betty.
was like,
Yeah.
hamburgers, bad nutrition. What the fuck is he talking about?
Man,
It was like,
I
no, humble goals. I was like,
I-
that makes way more sense.
especially with Spotify, I've dipped my toe back into Helmet, and just for me, it's kind of like Korn. It never got better than that first album.
Right. Yeah.
Never got better than that
I
first album.
will argue. I will argue.
There are songs.
Yeah, there are songs.
There are songs that I
but
love.
but
on
that
other
first album,
from
fucking-
beginning to end, and part of that is because at the time it was new,
Right.
You know.
Right.
right? And I think for our sophomore effort, that's kind of what's cool, because believe me, this shit is new.
Yeah.
Maybe not in a sense of,
Like you've
it's
never heard
music
this shit before.
for
yeah.
us.
but for us, you've
it's-
never heard anything
yeah,
like this.
You've never heard this from us. Yeah. Even the songs that are clearly leading toward this from like an evolutionary lens or whatever, looking back and think like, oh, I can see how they went from like Mountain Breather to some of this new stuff, but still, I think that this is a big jump from even those songs like Mountain Breather or
And it's just a big breath of fresh air for a lot of this music.
I'm excited to sit around
I
and
think
try
it's a
and
big breath of smog.
Schmoke. Schmoke.
I'm really excited for what we can unveil with the live show that's coming up.
yeah.
Yeah, with
Right.
lights. We got lights.
Yeah. God, programming lights sucks.
We just need dancers. If there's any
Free dancers.
young, beautiful,
Svelte.
nimble, limber dancers out there that want to choreograph something artistic to some hard rockin' music, then
You know what?
email us.
Did you ever see
DM me.
Tool on the Lateralis tour
Yes.
when they had the I don't know what they were, but they were
Yeah, like Cirque du Soleil
Yeah.
kind of people that
Yeah.
are on the fabric doing twirly weird shit.
that was awesome.
That was badass. Yeah.
Well, knowing us, we'd get the guy that has like the fucking metal rod attached to his crotch.
Right?
Bong, bong, bong.
Dude, that would be fucking cool too, dude.
What is his fucking rate? We need that dude.
All right, guys.
Spring, spring.
All right, here is homework assignment. If you will allow me the privilege of assigning some homework for everybody.
You're dismissed when I tell you you're dismissed. What?
Right.
Sorry?
I'm going to send you guys a link to a documentary about the Japanese art form of Buto.
Buto.
Isn't it like super creepy?
And
I'm not going to get like flagged by the FBI or anything.
No. It's
No,
like,
that's the stuff I send you.
It's kind of like a mix of.
It's like an interpretive dance.
It's like
isn't it?
it's kind of like an interpretive dance.
Performance.
Yeah, performance art. It's fucking weird, but it's really fucking cool. I have to think that some of the earlier Tool albums or Tool videos, or maybe not even the earlier ones, but like the video for Schism, stuff like that, is probably inspired by some of this stuff. But it's really fucking cool, and I think it
So is Tricky in the documentary, or
no?
Wait, wrong video. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I want to see it. Send it.
Yeah.
It's really fucking interesting, and I think it would be the coolest fucking shit ever to have a troupe that does that type of thing choreograph a show to our music and then perform it live.
That'd be really
like as
cool.
a collaborative fucking effort with a dance troupe. This is like, I'm
Next level.
Big productions.
This is next level kind
We're gonna
of
have
shit,
to go to
dude,
fucking
but
Pompeii for this shit.
in my kind of
Pompeii Nights. That's a movie reference.
Yeah, I know what that is too.
anyways, all right, so I'll send you that. I want to just get your take on that. See, you could say like, Zach, you're
Balls of
fucking
fury.
stupid, this will never work.
No.
I think it's idiotic, but
I'm interested.
I'm willing to take that criticism. Okay.
Fish.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
The rocker.
This is a side quest.
Yeah. I think there's
Do the truffle shuffle.
I don't know what it's called.
Come on.
And I don't know. There is I think it's Japanese, Chinese, something like that. I don't know. But they do everything behind a black curtain. But they, like geisha paint, so white, super white faces. But then it's like the faces are the only thing that pop outside the curtain. But
so
then
they
the
almost
shit
look like
moves
masks.
But it's all choreographed to move around, and it's just faces.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
Really cool.
Yeah.
That's
an art form that needs to come back.
All this stuff just screams tabula rasa.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. I love where this is going.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Art house shit.
We some artsy motherfuckers. We drink PBR from a glass.
Glass bottle.
With our pinkies out.
There should be video for that because all three of us just immediately are just like, pinkies out, boys.
So we hope you
Pinkies out,
enjoyed
dicks
this
hard.
episode of Side Quests.
It's my new life motto.
'Cause we
Pinkies
did.
out, dick hard.
All right.
All right.
That's better than dick out and pinkies hard.
In Quentin's case, pinky could refer to either one. Either way.
That's not what your mom said last night.
You son of a bitch!
Roast mode.
I'll take the Jap anus connection.
The penis mightier. All right.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yep. Later.
Love you. Bye.